And the single most important thing that made it possible for China to leapfrog the whole world and become the future in all the technologies, I believe, is one critical thing. Shanghai is the future of 19 time zones. What I mean about that is that here we have the same time as Beijing. Beijing decided a long time ago that Shanghai, Beijing, and the rest of China will all have the same time. It's no time different if you live in the west or if you live in the east here in China. It is the same all over the place, which has benefits, of course. If you have, like, I don't know, national television, everybody knows at a certain time something starts. It's not as messy as it is in the US. It also messes it up a little bit because I guess people in the west have to get up when it's really dark and the sun goes out. Anyways, you understand what I mean. But the benefit of having a city that's 19 time zones ahead of the rest of the world is huge. As you might know or not know, I work for a company called Viewfin, and we now have offices around in the world, but we have a new office in Toronto, and our Toronto office and me work quite a lot together. However, it is challenging because they are 12 hours behind us. So when they wake up or when I wake up, we always have the talk in the morning. That's what I'm gonna do now when I get to the office. So the productivity is like 24/7, which is freaking awesome. Then we have Europe in the middle, and this is usually how my days work. When I get to work, I start to talk with my colleagues in Toronto, check off everything there. I have one colleague in Boston as well, and I check off like everything that she have done and not done, which is cool. Boston, I've never been there, but I would love to go there. If you any of the viewers are in Boston, or if you're from Boston, please comment below and I would love to hear more about that city. However, after that I work a few hours, so about after lunch, something like that, my friends in Europe, Sweden, start to wake up. To live and work in time zones like that, I feel so freaking international. And what I would suggest you guys, if you're creating a business here in China, don't just use it as like, oh, I can produce cheap stuff in China. No. Utilize the time differences, because we live in the future over here. That old America that's just like one day late every single day. Guys, look at this, look at this. This is why I love walking with Onion Shilu. Damn, that just gives me so much energy. Just kickstart the day. Are you ready for that, guys? Are you as excited as me now in the morning, or are you slurping on your coffee because you live in the past? Come to Shanghai and you will live in the future. Here are some other type of dancers. Fun fact about those groups, they're not free. You actually have to pay for them. You have to pay to the leader, and it's always fun to see or to spot who's the leader because they got the moves. Anyway, gotta get down to the subway now. Wish me luck. coming here. This gives me so much motivation, almost more than the Tai Chi type of people. But this video is not only about talking about that we live 19 time zones ahead. What I'm talking about is this. This didn't exist 30 years ago. If you look in your own city where you live right now, when you're home watching this, what didn't exist there 30 years ago? All this didn't exist. Here was like, I don't know, rice farms and stuff. No, not really, but it's like no buildings whatsoever. And right now, there's so many skyscrapers. What happened was that the government tried to make Shanghai the financial capital of the whole country, basically, or the mainland China. Of course, we have Hong Kong. So what they did, they just pumped in money in this, and each district in Shanghai has its own like tax regulation. So in Lujia's the tax was pretty low, so they have a lot of benefits to actually start companies here. That's why there's a lot of banks here. That's why it's a lot of things happening around here. What you have to consider though is, since this didn't exist like 30 years ago, the development of the country have went so freaking fast that you don't even realize it. That's why you see all these contrasts in the city. That change have went super duper fast. Just a few years ago, everything was like paid in cash here. Everything. Today, I don't even bring my wallet. I don't even have my credit card. Today, we only use mobile payments. But that shift went so fast compared to any other country in the whole world, which makes it so interesting, because some parts, like, I don't know, for applying for visa or government stuff, that takes so freaking long time. But if I want, like, I don't know, an ice cream, I can just press one button and I get it in my hand within like 20 minutes. Isn't that just amazing? That's what's like very good technology with cheap labor and the entrepreneurial mindset, as all the Chinese has. To have that in a combination is like the perfect fucking storm. It makes something go super duper fast without any hesitation. And that's why China is leading the world now, because they are adapting to the future. They're not stuck in the past like, I don't know, like we in Europe are. Of course, there are benefits of having like old stuff as well. I don't say that. I don't say everything new is good. But what I'm saying is that they're way more willing to adapt to new stuff than we are. And that you have to consider. Sometimes it's frustrating, sometimes it's super duper cool. And the single most important thing that made it possible for China to leapfrog the whole world and become the future in all the technologies, I believe, is one critical thing, and that's mobile payment. Mobile payment has totally changed this whole society. Before, no one trusts anyone. Today, you can trust people with mobile payments, because with mobile payments, you do everything with your phone. And that has changed the whole way people live and interact with each other, interact with the city, and interact with life, because you buy things with a click on your phone. And you don't realize how useful it is until you come here to China, because whatever you want, if it's a ticket to, I don't know, a concert, or a ticket to the cinema, or a ticket to travel to another country, or you want to buy a new selfie stick, or you want to buy an ice cream, or you want to buy insurance, anything that you can buy, you can press just with the click of a button in your phone through your social media app called WeChat. You have the whole world with your fingertip, really, as it's supposed to be. That, I think, is the most revolutionary thing that have been creating this society, has been creating the future of the world. And I'm just slowly now start to see things moving ahead in Sweden, and I'm super excited about it, because when mobile payments will really be implemented as it is here, it will change the total way as the whole society works. That's just a little of my thoughts for today. Hope you have enjoyed this vlog. I don't know really what I should title it, but you know what to do before I end this YouTube video. See you guys tomorrow.